This video presents a rotation that is an alternative to standard Condition Quickness Firebrand. The standard rotation is priority based. We have a lot of good DPS in weapon skills and tome skills. We're just going to cast them when we're available. We stay on the main hand pistol the entire time. This makes it difficult to have anything that loops, and we'll just play by guidelines. By adding axe back in, we have two distinct weapon sets, axe and torch, pistol, pistol. This lets us give each weapon set time to let its skills cool down independently so that we can actually loop. This is what the rotation looks like if I present it just in a huge block. This is intimidating. This does not look simplified. However, we're going to break this down. So if we just look at what's going on with the tomes, now we immediately start seeing there is a regular pattern. So if we ignore the opener, spoiler alert, the opener is basically just the bottom line here at pistol B. We're going to start with just going to tome for F1-2. This is a good damage skill. It has a short cooldown. And then we get a big combo. F1 skills 5, 2, and 4, then F1-2 again, and it just repeats like that. Big combo, small use, big combo, small use. Next, let's take a look at what we're doing with the weapon symbols. Every time that we swap into a weapon, we put down a symbol. Axe symbol, pistol symbol, and as we leave that weapon set, we also put down our second symbol. Pistol has a special symbol where when you strike an enemy that is standing inside the symbol, it causes the symbol to basically erupt in flame and burn your enemies. So a great way to trigger that effect is either with pulsing damage fields. So if we look at the pistol A rotation, we set down pistol 3, right? That's our symbol, but we still have the ticking axe 2 symbol that we just put down, and we even have a pulsing fire effect from torch 4. At the end of each pistol combo, we have what I refer to as a full ignition combo, where we do pistol 3, pistol 4, pistol 2, pistol 4. This has a very smooth flow to these skills. It will produce a lot of ignition procs. There's just a little bit of difference at the start of the pistol A and pistol B loops for which skills they are using in addition to the symbol. In pistol A, we don't use any skills because we go straight into a tome combo. In pistol B, we use 2 pistol skills, and then we just go in for F1-2. Once we start analyzing these together, we look at the pattern of how we use the tome, the pattern of how we use the weapon skills. We can see the logic for how these work. And because we have visible cooldowns for these things, you can look at your skills in front of you and have a better understanding where you are in the rotation. I did say we have visible cooldowns in front of us, and that's not immediately true when we're working with Tome. However, if you look at all of the big combos, the 3 that are visible here, they're always paired with Purging Flames. The cooldown of Purging Flames is always visible to us, which means that the effective cooldown of the big combo is always visible to us. What about just going for F1-2? We go there when Purging Flames is about halfway off cooldown. Let's take a look at what we're doing with Torch. So the first time that we're on Axe, we do not have a big tome combo, but we have full Axe resources, so we throw Torch 4 a total of 3 times, and we'll actually use Torch 5. This rotation is not using a trait that buffs Axe skills with more bleed output, so Torch 5 is a solid filler skill. It is very slow, so it fits into our loop when we do not have a big tome combo. The second time that we're on Axe, when we do have a big tome combo, we will just throw Torch 4 twice, and we will not use Torch 5. I can just fade out the rotation and just describe in words what we're working with. The first time that we're on Axe, we have front-loaded cooldown use. We're putting out a lot of damage as soon as we get into this weapon, but the only use of Tome is for F1 skill 2. We're using our torch skills as much as possible, throwing Torch 4 3 times, and we even use Torch 5. When we go to pistol A, we set down the ignition symbol on its own without using other pistol skills, go straight into a full F1 combo. We also have F1-2, this is used after the combo, and then we exit pistol with a full ignition combo, so that's at pistol 3, 4, 2, 4 combo. Back on Axe, we have a full F1 combo here this time. We only use Torch 4 twice, and we don't use Torch 5. If you're on Axe, if you're doing a full combo, you're not going to be using Torch as much. Lastly, our second time on pistol, we do a short ignition combo at the start, but in total, we will be using pistol 2 3 times because we're spending a bit longer on this weapon set this time, and we have time to go for pistol 2 use at the start. We get a use of F1 skill 2. We do a full F1 combo and a full ignition combo. This is the flow. Position of the F1 combos works together where it's alternating just the F1-2 cast, then a full combo, F1-2, full combo. We can see where the symbols are positioned. They're at the start and end of all the loops. This is not the simplest thing in the world. This is not just, for example, camping, pistol torch for Quickness Firebrand and then just casting buttons when they're available. But it is very structured, and you can go through this rotation and just practice any one of these segments. time. So you can go to the golem and just tell yourself, I'm going to practice the second version of the X loop. Now, the classic benchmark demonstration. I have some segments that have been slowed down to show some finer details in the rotation. It is the same gear as normal Condition Quickness Firebrand, other than adding in that axe. There are mantras, there are instant cast mantras here throughout the rotation. You just push them when they're available. They don't interrupt anything, just push them. Your heal skill mantra, you just push it to produce quickness. Without further ado, let's go to the benchmark.